Breedick has to be careful to not hit him again, or that's another home run for the Comets.
Good block there from Logan Murphy. And ball number 1 from Breedick. 1-0 the count, 2 down. Bottom of the second inning, Comets with a 2-0 lead. The pitch from Breedick, and that is in there for strike number 1. Molnar thought that was a little bit above the zone. Count is even at 1-1.
Breedick just has to keep on throwing solid pitches, because every time the batters are going to take the ball, they're not going to swing at something that they know they're not going to be able to hit. So he has to keep on throwing those consistent ones, or else that's another home run for the Comets since all bases are loaded.
The 2-1 pitch here from Breedick. And a swing and a miss from Molnar. And that's a thing that Breedick has gotten a lot of early on in this game. Has been swings and misses from the Comets. As we take a look here, Molnar had the eye of the tiger looking at that one. He's looking to put that one in the outfield for sure and bring home a couple of those runs. A lot of speed on the base paths right now for the Comets. He got left in at second, Stewart at first, and Brady Bly at third base. And that ball's in the dirt. Bly gave it a look, but a good block there again from Murphy, and the count is full at 3-2.
The Comets are just on base, are just itching to go. They're ready to run. You can see in their leadoffs that at any moment, as soon as that ball is hit, they're going to be running.
Molnar with the count full. Runners going with a full count and 2 outs. And that one is fouled off to the left side. 3 hits for the Comets, 1 for the Indians. Of course, that costly error, which got the bases loaded at shortstop by Ricky Barrios. We got the same situation here. Full count, 2 outs. Runners will be going on the pitch. Here it comes from Breedick. And it's high, and that's another run.
This is not looking good for the Indians. Breedick, he could be getting in his head about things, but this is a good time for him to talk with his team because he's been pitching really good so far. It's just those 4 balls are just killing him every single time. But it's good news for the Comets because this is their 3rd home run.
Catcher Logan Murphy and a pitching coach heading out to the mound. Try and calm Breedick down. He's dug himself in a bit of a hole here. 2 down, bases loaded, walked 2 runs in consecutively. Stewart and then Molnar, and in stands Jackson Orlando now. The cleanup hitter for the Comets, hit .385 his sophomore season, leading the GMC in batting average currently at .750. He's been on a tear to start this season.
Which does not sound like good news for Breedick, because as soon as he hits the ball, it could be gone if Breedick gives him the opportunity.
Orlando in left field today for the Comets. Breaking ball. And that's going to be taken for ball 1 by Orlando. Here's the pitch from Breedick. And that's going to be in there for strike number 1. So the count is even at 1-1. Orlando takes that one. And Comets have been taking most first pitch strikes in this game, looking to wear Breedick out, put together some quality at-bats in the first couple innings of this game. Trying to make Fairfield use that bullpen. And that one is popped straight up into the haze. Third baseman and the shortstop converging, and that's going to be caught out there by Ricky Barrios. Orlando in off the hands there. And that's going to be the 3rd out. So the Comets leave them loaded. 3-0, capitalizing off 2 walks by Zach Breedek. We will be right back with third inning action as the Comets with a 3-0 lead over the Fairfield Indians here from Mason Varsity High School Field.
Hello everyone and welcome to ICRC TV Sports. Three-pointer, got it! In for the Comets score. The Comets win! Yeah!
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC TV.
3, 2, 1.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
And welcome back to the Mason High School Varsity Baseball Field at Mason Middle School. The Comets with a 3-0 lead heading into the top of the third inning. Gorilla's first pitch. Welcome back to the Mason High School Varsity Baseball Field as Brendan Garula fires in the second ball of this at-bat. It's 2-0 the count. Comets with a 3-0 lead, capitalizing off 2 runs that were walked in by pitcher Zach Breedek. In stands the second baseman Tanner Centers for the Fairfield Indians. The pitch from Garula, center field. On the run is Kevin West. He'll nestle under it and make the catch for out number 1.
Good field awareness by the Comets. They made sure that they had their eye on the ball again. Both teams have been really good about when a high ball goes out into the field, they're very good about making sure they have it in their mitts.
John Rodriguez, the junior, as he fouls that one straight back. And Garula is ahead 0-1. Of course, Rodriguez in his first at-bat flew out to Michael Molnar in right field. Molnar actually dropped a hand warmer on that play. Looked like he dropped the baseball, but Rodriguez was retired. As the second pitch from Garula is in there for a strike, and Garula looks a lot more confident on the mound right now than the way he started this game.
Yes. Garula has been, starting off this inning, he's been very good about his pitches, especially when last time a lot of them were low, but this time they've been up a little more and not touching the ground so much.
Garula a little bit more methodical, getting into a good rhythm on the mound out there. As the count is 1-2 to John Rodriguez. 1 down in the inning. Breaking ball looked good, but it is called a ball, and it'll be 2-2, an even count. 1 down in the inning, top of the third. Garula's pitch is swung on and missed by Rodriguez. 2 down quickly for the Comets. An efficient start to the inning, and Garula is dealing on the mound currently.
That was a beautiful pitch by Garula. He's looking a lot more confident this inning, like we said, and it's just his pitches look a lot better, and that batter was just not able to capsize on that ball.
In stands the center fielder, Colin Singer. Takes that first pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count. Fouled straight back again. And so Garula, who's got a little bit more pace, a little bit more tempo to his pitches out there right now. Ahead 0-2 in the count with 2 down in the top of the third.
Once Garula is in his rhythm, which I think he's in right now, he's been throwing really well. And that's a quick end to the top of the inning.
Called third strike on Singer there. Brendan Garula with a highly efficient third inning. As we're going to head to a quick break here. We'll be back with the bottom of the third as the Comets will lead off up 3-0, looking to capitalize on that efficient inning.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Good morning, Uglyville!
Every ugly doll is unique.
I'm Moxie.
Bobo.
Wait.
Call me Slick Dog.
What?
And every child is too.
They can be pretty lovable.
That's why when you travel, you should make sure your child is in the right seat for their age and size.
This is why you're the wisest doll in town.
Well, keep them safe by visiting nhtsa.gov/the-right seat.
Isn't that right, gibberish cat?
Find the right seat today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
And welcome back to the Mason High School varsity baseball field. Leading off in the bottom of the third inning is Jake Hanley. Of course, in his first at-bat, drove in the first run of the game for the Comets. The line drive single past the second baseman as he's going to take ball 1 low. Hanley, only a freshman, and the Comets are no strangers to freshmen on their varsity team. They've got a couple this year. Mark Rutherford. Nick Northcutt was a superstar in his freshman year with the Comets. Max Johnson, of course, has played every single year in the Mason program as a member of the varsity team. And he's been a big part of what the Comets are building. Been a part of a lot of great teams that Coach Kurt Bly has had the pleasure of coaching. As 2 balls and no strikes here on Hanley, as he went around on that one. 2-1 the count.
Especially since they're 3-0 right now, Fairfield, I can feel the pressure that they do not want the Comets getting any more runs. So there's a lot of pressure on the pitcher, Zach Breedick, to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Hanley not able to keep his head on that pitch as he swings and misses for strike 2. Breedick battles back, and that's going to be ball 3, so another full count here. We've seen a lot of those early on in this game. Hanley with a methodical at-bat.
Breedick just has to be careful to not get this walk again, because he had 2 last inning, and if he gets another one, I fear that he's just going to get it in his head, and that's never a good thing.
Another free base for the Comets. The 4th of this game, as we've had 3 walks now. And then, of course, that error at shortstop by Ricky Barrios, which loaded the bases last inning for the Comets, as in steps Brendan Garula, the pitcher. He's been sensational, only giving up 1 hit through 3 innings, coming off that injury to his knee.
And he had a very strong pitching game last inning, so I look forward to seeing how he does well on his batting turn.
Takes the first pitch high at the letters. Bly will give the sign. Hanley over at there at first base, held on by Jonah Garrison, the first baseman. The pitch from Breedek. Swung on and missed. Change of pace there from Breedek. The change up. And Garula was way out in front of it.
Yeah. Garula just did not have his eye on the ball in that time. He's got to make sure that he's tracking it so that way he can get that nice clean hit. If not, we're just going to have more swings and misses.
Fouled back by Garula. 1-2 the count now.
Breedek can take his time getting ready to pitch because he needs to make sure he's on his A game, or else it will be another base taken for the Comets.
Another one up in the zone there from Breedek. Hasn't missed a lot outside on the corners, but he's missed up and down pretty much this entire game. Garula with a 2-2 count. Nobody out. Runner on first base, that's the freshman Hanley, after he walked to lead off the inning. Bottom of the third, Comets with a 3-0 lead. As Garula swings and misses, and a strikeout from Breedek.
That was a very good pitching. Each of the strikes that Garula had, Breedek did a good job getting the ball where he wanted it to be. Garula just needed to focus a little more on making sure that he hit the ball instead of swinging and missing. But
As that's going to be it for Breedek. In comes Caden Morris, another senior for the Fairfield Indians. Quick pitching change here for the Indians as Kevin West gets ready to stand into the box.
With only one man on base, the Comets are probably looking forward to getting more men on base, obviously, but also just seeing how this new pitcher will throw.
Morris is senior, strictly a pitcher for this Fairfield Indian squad. Kevin West, the junior, will stand in against him in the bottom of the third inning. Jake Hanley on first base, led off with a walk. And the story of this game, Lydia, so far has been the free bases that Fairfield has given the Comets, and the Comets have just been capitalizing, getting timely hits with runners in scoring position early on.
Oh yes, exactly. The Fairfield has been letting, no, not exactly letting, but the Comets have been walking to bases, and that's what got them their 2 runs last inning. And Fairfield, I think that's why they're switching pitchers as well, because they want to get back, they want to get into the groove of making sure that the Comets won't be able to do that. They want to stop the runs, obviously, but also just boost morale for the team as well, because getting all those walks just, it doesn't look good for the Indians. So the more strikes is better for the team. So
Breedek had a little bit of location problems, just like you said, walked a couple batters, gave the Comets some free opportunities as Kevin West now is going to step in for the Comets. Hanley on first, 1 down in the inning. That was a strikeout from Garula. So Breedek finished his outing strong. 2 1/3 innings, 3 earned runs, and 3 hits.
now this is a good opportunity for the Comets to see what they're going to be facing for the next couple innings. So we're going to see how this goes.
Here's the first pitch, and it's on the ground, right back to the pitcher. West is out at first base, a tailor-made double play. Right back to Caden Morris, and that's just about all you can ask for if you're the Indians, a 1-pitch inning ender. And we will be right back with the top of the 4th inning as Fairfield will be up to bat. A beautiful double play to end the inning from Barrios and Jonah Garrison.
Encuentra el bosque más cercano en descubreelbosque.org. El bosque, más cerca de lo que crees.
Hey! There are amazing things to discover in the forest.
Toothless, time to go! What you picking up on, bud?
It's a whole hidden world of wonders. And the perfect place to spend time with family. What better place to let your imagination soar? Experience nature and create a memory you can share. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Welcome back to the Mason High School varsity baseball field. Top of the fourth inning action as you see Brendan Garula, the starting pitcher for the Comets, fire in that first pitch strike to the shortstop Ricky Barrios. Garula started off a little bit rocky. He's been very solid in these past 2 innings, operating with great efficiency in that third, retiring the Indians 1-2-3. Comets hold a 3-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. Fairfield has had a hard time getting anything going since that first inning. Got a couple men on base. Second and third with 2 outs, weren't able to capitalize. That's one of the things that Fairfield's head coach, Tommy Begley, talked about, was cashing in when runners are in scoring position. That's what they didn't do in this first matchup against the Comets, and eliminating that big inning that the Comets had in the 6th inning. Comets got a couple runs across in the bottom of the second as Barrios foul tips that one.
Once Garula is getting in his rhythm, you can tell he's not going to let anything go past him. He is throwing those solid balls, and the batter is just not being able to hit them. And this is good for the Comets, but not good news for the Indians.
And Garula gets Barrios to swing and miss on the fastball there. One down in the inning.
A lot of pressure on Fairfield because, again, they have 0 runs so far. Well, the Comets have 3. So if they can just get a few people on base, that will be great. But a swing and a miss from the last hitter.
Logan Murphy, the catcher, stands in. Garula starts him off with a breaking ball that just misses the zone inside. And this home plate umpire has not been very forgiving on those breaking balls as far as calling strikes, as Murphy looked like he might have gone around. It was a called strike anyway. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 down in the inning after that strikeout by Barrios.
Garula is just really focusing on exactly where he wants to put the ball because, again, if he lets it go by and the Indians get on first base, that's not good news.
2-1 the count now. And that ball is low and inside. And Garula falls behind in the count 3-1. Saw this at the beginning of the game, that 3rd inning. We saw none of this. He was extremely efficient as he steps up the pace there a little bit, trying to get back into that quicker rhythm. He does right there and gets the strike call to make the count full. Here comes the payoff pitch. And they call him. Murphy didn't agree, but Garula strikes him out.
Once Garula gets in his rhythm, he's killing it. He's getting these strikeouts, and this is really good news for the Comets. Yeah, beautiful pitch.
Yeah, right on the inside corner there from Garula. Sits down Logan Murphy. Got behind in the count, got right back ahead of it though, as he's working with much quicker pace now, and that's strike 1.
As he was in the 1st inning, he looked to his first baseman a lot, but since there's no one on first base this time, he can focus solely on his pitches and making sure that they don't ever get to first base.
In stands Caden Campbell. And a swing and a miss there. Garula heading the count 0-2.
Again, Garula is just being really consistent these past couple innings, which is great news for the Comets. He's pitching really well.
Garula in the dirt there, lost control. 1-2 the count. Campbell able to get on base. Or excuse me, no, he struck out in his first at-bat. And another swing and a miss. Garula with a dominant fourth inning to follow up that efficient third inning. And the Comets are working on all cylinders right now. When we come back, bottom of the fourth inning action, the Comets will try to extend this 3-0 lead. Brendan Garula dealing on the mound right now for the Comets.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/firedrill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
Welcome back to the Mason High School varsity baseball field. We've got a good one here today as the Fairfield Indians have traveled on the road to play the Mason Comets, playing host to the Indians after that first matchup. Earlier in the week, the Comets took 4-2. They lead 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth as the catcher, Brady Bly, who is 1 for 1 in this game. And that one goes right past the first baseman, and Bly is going to reach base again. Jonah Garrison couldn't control that ground ball.
Beautiful hit by Brady Bly. It went right past the catcher's mitt, which is exactly what is great to get him on first base. Yeah.
A.J. Lefton now will stand in for the Comets. He also was able to get on base earlier. He reached base on the error by Barrios, which loaded the bases in that second inning for the Comets. They were able to capitalize, get 2 runs across the plate. He shows bunt, pulls back. They're going to throw back. Garrison not there in time for the tag. And Bly reaches safely.
With Fairfield's Indians' second pitcher, Caden Morris, out pitching, you can tell the Indians are like ready and they're waiting to capsize on any moment. Exactly. Like the first pitcher, Zach Breedek, hardly ever looked towards first base, but Morris is really making sure that the Comets cannot increase their lead anymore.
Fairfield looking to defend the bunt. Lefton showing it. He'll pull back. And the count is now up to 3-0. Excuse me, that's 2-0. Nobody out, man on first, that's Bly after the error by Garrison. Pulls back, and that's going to be strike 1. 2-1 the count. Comets with a 3-0 lead. Scoreless in the third inning. As he fouls that one off. Looked like he wanted to pull that one back.
Lefton was almost trying to go for the bunt again, but he wanted to pull it back, but unfortunately could not get it back in time, causing a foul ball.
Little indecision there from the junior. Morris's payoff pitch, 2-2 the count. breaking ball in the dirt. Bly, and the catcher couldn't find it, and Bly is going to take second on the miscue. Catcher Logan Murphy did a good job of keeping that one in front of him, but he didn't think he did. And Bly moves up to second, and the Comets have a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Beautiful field awareness by Bly. He saw that the catcher didn't have the ball in his hand. He's like, I'm going to run, and he did, and now he's on second base, which is great news for the Comets.
Beautiful read there by Bly. Lefton, can he pay it off? That ball is fair. Lefton is going to be out at first base. Bly is going to move up to third. So a quality at-bat there from Lefton, advancing the runner all the way up to third base, and in stands Max Johnson, the technically four-year varsity baseball player for the Comets.
That was a good play by Lefton. He sacrificed his getting on base so that way Bly could get in position for a run. Very smart. Now,
it looks like the umpire having a bit of issues here. Maybe got something in his eye on that play. It looks like he did. So we take a quick break from play. Of course, hoping everything is okay there. Hoping nothing too serious. Looks like he's going to get some sort of liquid to put in there. Hopefully wash that dust out.
Yeah. That's the one bad thing about being an ump. The dirt gets in your eye and you have no protection.
As we take a look here at what happened. And yeah, right off the bat of A.J. Lefton, looked like something probably popped in his eye there. Seems to be fine now. We'll continue play. Max Johnson now standing in for the Comets, the lefty, the shortstop, the speedster, five-tool player for the Comets. The pitch from Morris is outside. An interesting decision here by the Indians. They're going to play Max Johnson with the infield in, all the way up on the grass. Johnson will take ball two. So Morris behind in the count 2-0. Johnson with nothing but patience right now. Man on third base, one down. And it's 3-0, and Johnson has worked the count completely in his favor. 3-0. Ben Stewart on deck. One of the best 1-2 punches in the GMC for the Comets.
What we've noticed about the Comets is that they have
line
patience.
Down the right field line, and that's going to be a foul ball.
The Comets are willing to take a few balls in order to get their hit, which unfortunately for Johnson just didn't quite make it inside the field lines. But
Johnson had the 3-0 green light there. Wasn't able to keep that one fair. In the dirt, Bly didn't read it quite off the bat, and now it's thrown into the middle of the infield. Bly stays put at third. Not willing to take any risks. Max Johnson up to first. A little bit of sloppy defense there from the Indians. Comets can't take advantage. Ben Stewart now will step in as we take a look there.
Not the best case scenario for the Indians. Luckily for them, Bly didn't take the chance about running, but if they did, they just did not have control over that ball. The catcher lost it, the shortstop lost it, but maybe next time.
Stewart now. First and third, one down. That ball in the dirt, 1-0.
Compared to when he first came out, Morris hasn't been throwing as consistently as he did when he got the Comet batter out. He's been throwing a lot of low, high, kind of a little bit of all over the place. So hopefully, maybe he can find his rhythm and get back into the groove of getting those batters out.
Johnson was running on the play, takes second base on the pitch in the dirt from Morris. Stewart outside.
Again, the Comets are in no rush to get another run. They have a 3-0 lead, so they can take their time in getting the perfect opportunity for their next run.
Lined into left field and over the head of the left fielder, Stewart. Here comes Johnson around third. He's going to score. Stewart is into second with a 2-run double. Beautiful hit there from Ben Stewart. Comets extend the lead to 5-0.
Yeah, that was a beautiful hit by Ben Stewart. He got it exactly where he needed it to be, and the Fairfield Indians catcher just could not get it. It was a nice clean hit where Bly and Johnson were able to get those runs.
And Stewart getting his arms extended, getting that ball over the left fielder's head. Johnson did a good job there, holding it second to make sure that it got over his head. And now in stands Michael Molnar. He'll take the breaking ball for ball 1. Stewart stands on second now. He's off to an absolute tear early in the Comets season. Molnar will take ball 2. 2 breaking balls, 2 out of the zone for Caden Morris.
Morris just needs to get his strikes. He isn't exactly finding his rhythm yet. Again, he needs to make sure that he knows where he wants to put the ball, because it's just kind of been all over the place for him.
Called strike 1 there to Molnar. The count is now 2-1. 1 man down. Molnar down the third base line, but foul. Comets starting to find their groove a little bit at the plate. Of course, Fairfield a little thin in the bullpen right now. Already played 2 games, 1 over the weekend, 1 on Monday.
Fairfield has just got to keep their eye on the ball. There's been a lot of...
Molnar, a shot into left center field. Stewart is going to head back to second as that ball is caught. And that ball will roll into the infield. Stewart gave it a look. That ball was caught out there by John Rodriguez, the left fielder. And that'll be 2 down as Jackson Orlando, the cleanup hitter for the Comets, will step in, looking to drive Stewart in. Good opportunity here for the Comets to extend that lead even further.
And this is a good opportunity for the Comets to take advantage of Fairfield's mishaps with the balls. They just haven't been the cleanest at catching them, and it's good news for the Comets. But again, Fairfield is just not on their A game today.
Orlando took that first pitch for ball number 1. Stewart leads off second. Orlando takes ball 2. Another breaking ball out of the zone by Morris. Orlando, a swing and a miss. Nearly down on one knee on that play. He looked like he wanted to send that over the light tower.
Exactly. He wanted to hit that ball, but good news for Morris, he didn't.
Orlando will step out. 2-1 the count, 2 down. Ben Stewart stands on second base. 5-0 lead for the Comets in the bottom of the 4th. Low. And that's going to be ball number 3. So Jackson Orlando in control of this at-bat. 3-1 count, 2 down. Morris looking to battle back. He gets the sign from Murphy. The pitch to Orlando. Stewart off and running. The throw down to third. And Stewart not sliding in there, but he reaches safely anyway. Orlando takes ball 4.
That was a good play by the Comets. They were watching the ball, making sure that he wasn't going to get tagged, and he just barely made it. But that's Morris's first walk of the game, I believe, and I'm believing that the Fairfield Indians are not wanting a repeat of what happened in the first couple innings with those 2 walks that got the Comets their runs.
First and third for the Comets, 2 down. Orlando stands on first. He'll lead off. He'll hold at first base. Of course, the Comets have attempted to steal a couple times on Logan Murphy in this situation with first and third. As the umpire will look out to the pitcher's mound. Hanley standing in. Of course, had that RBI in the first inning that got the Comets on the board.
Fairfield is going to talk to their pitcher, making sure that he knows what to do.
Little conversation here from the pitching coach.
Yeah. Morris was really consistent when he first came out, very strong for the Indians, but then he let that walk get on, and he's got to keep up his spirits to make sure that he knows he can pitch. Yeah, so we're going to see what happens.
It looks like a little problem with the mound there. Home plate umpire just looking to make sure Morris is staying safe out there. And we will resume play. Hanley with a 1-0 count. The pitch from Morris inside, taken for a ball. 2-0 the count. Orlando not looking to take off, it looks like, from first base. Of course, Murphy was able to throw out a Comets base runner in that first inning, which stunted the Comets rally. Hanley takes ball 3, and Hanley in control, and the Comets are threatening to load the bases once again with Brendan Garula on deck.
Morris can't take any chances with any of these Comets hitters because they all have cannons for arms, but that's his second walk, and the bases are now loaded. And this is a prime opportunity for the Comets to get another run on the board.
And it looks like Morris might have heard you on that play. He avoids Jake Hanley at all costs there. A walk on 4 pitches as Brendan Garula now will step in. Another conversation here at the pitcher's mound between Caden Morris and Logan Murphy. 2 down. This is the second time the Comets, the second inning in which the Comets have loaded the bases. That second inning where they were able to put 2 runs on the board.
So again, a lot of pressure on Morris here because if he walks, that's another run. And the Fairfield Indians do not want a repeat of what happened last time.
Garula takes ball 1 high, up at the nose that time. Morris losing a little bit of control there. A 1-0 pitch is fouled back.
Garula is ready to hit the ball into the outfield. All the Comets are getting ready to run to make sure that they can get that extra run that will put them up even further from the Indians.
Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Morris continues to have control problems.
Right now, Morris really just has to focus on getting a strike because, again, 2 more balls and that's a walk.
And that's ball 3. 3-1 count now. Two down. In the bottom of the 4th, Comets already with 2 runs in. The pitch. And Garula is going to foul that one out of play. And the count is full. Full count, 2 down. 5-0 lead for the Comets. Here's the pitch, and it's lined. Second base, it's through. Around third. Coming home is Jackson Orlando. Up to third goes Jake Hanley. Another 2 runs in for the Comets. Timely hitting as Brendan Garula drives in 2 runs, and it's up to 7-0 now.
Beautiful, beautiful hit by Garula. He got exactly where he wanted it. And Fairfield's outfield is just not on top of getting the ball in their gloves today, which is great news for the Comets. An extra 2 runs is making it 7-0. A beautiful hit, just smart plays all around.
It looks like we got a pinch hitter here, Noah Samuel. Is going to be pinch hitting here for Kevin West. 7-0 lead for the Comets. Caden Morris staying out there despite giving up 4 runs in this inning. It sounds like Kevin West will re-enter this game in the field. Samuel standing in, of course, went yard in the preseason at Wright State as he takes ball one. Another talented Comets hitter, and they've got a ton of depth on this team. Pretty much everyone up and down the lineup is able to hit the ball, put it in play. The pitch from Morris, swung on and missed by Samuel.
And since every Comet hitter is such a powerhouse, Morris has to be really careful about his pitches. Because again, one perfect hit, one perfect pitch, and then that's another run for the Comets, which would just further the lead even more.
Samuel down the right field line, out of play and foul. Garula was running on the play. Hit and run action there from the Comets. Brady Bly, the catcher, on deck. Samuel coming off Tommy John surgery, actually one of the Comets' better pitchers, unable to pitch this season, recovering from Tommy John surgery, possibly to be back at the end of the season. As the count is 1-2 with 2 down. First and third for the Comets. Samuel with a breaking ball. It's a little blooper into right field. It's going to drop in fair territory, and Garula's around second. He's headed to third. It's bobbled. Samuel with a base hit. And that's just taken what they're giving him, as that's the 5th run in. It's 8-0 now. Comets lead. Brady Bly now is going to come to the plate. First and third for the Comets. Samuel getting good extension there and able to muscle that one into shallow right field, as Kevin West now is going to take his place on the base paths.
Yeah, that was a beautiful hit by Samuel. He perfectly got it, and then again, Fairfield's outfield is just not getting their eyes on the ball, which is amazing news for the Comets. They just are hitting them exactly where they need to go, and they're just increasing their lead even more.
Brady Bly stands in, the catcher. Bly on base a couple times early on in this game. The pitch from Morris is lined down the right field line. That's a base hit. That's going to be the 9th run as Kevin West rounds second. He's headed to third. Cut off by Barrios. Comets with first and third now. Once again, it's like a merry-go-round at this point. First and third, first and third, first and third, and the Comets are able to drive in a ton of runs in this inning. That's the 6th, as the lead is up to 9-0 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Exactly. This is great news for the Comets. They're really getting into the rhythm, hitting their ball, getting on first base, running the third. And since they have the speed to be able to do this was working perfectly for them. The strategy of first and third is going amazing for the Comets, just increasing their lead.
New pitcher here for the Indians. That's going to be John Matthews, the sophomore. And we'll be right back with the rest of this inning, as the Comets have put 6 on the board, and it is 9-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Excuse me, the bottom of the 4th.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
And welcome back to Mason High School, the varsity baseball field. The Comets with a dominating performance today, up 9-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runners on first and third, 2 down. Comets have got a lot of these runs actually with 2 outs, as we have a new pitcher. It's going to be John Matthews, the sophomore for the Indians. Of course, not a lot of experience for Matthews. This would be his first year of varsity baseball for the Indians, given the COVID season and that cancellation last year. But the Comets are performing at all cylinders right now. Just a 5-tool dominant performance from the Comets.
the Comets have really stepped up their game in the last couple innings. They're getting those runs, knowing exactly where to put the ball, and they're taking advantage of Fairfield's lack of control in the outfield. And this is their third pitcher, while Comets have still remained on their first. So,
yeah, Brendan Garula, he's been the story today for the Comets, a dominating pitching performance from him. Yeah. Working on all cylinders, got into a bit of a trouble in the first and second innings. His defense bailed him out, was able to get him out of it, but he's been dealing in the third and fourth innings, operating with a little more pace, a little more quickness to his delivery.
And the name of the game for these Fairfield pitchers have been walks. Each pitcher has gone at least 2 walks so far. So I look forward to seeing if that Matthews will keep up the tradition that seems to be happening in this game.
Lefton will take ball 1. And Fairfield in danger of the 10-run rule here. If the Comets are able to put a run on the board and are not able to score in the top of the 5th inning, the Comets will take this one in just 5. That one outside and low, Lefton, patience, and Matthews comes into this game a little bit wild.
Especially with the wind. Wind is not a friend to baseball. Matthews really has to make sure that he's throwing the ball with enough speed that it doesn't get blown away, or that he knows exactly where it's going to get put.
Ball 3 to A.J. Lefton. 2 down in the inning. And that's going to be strike 1. Lefton thought it was outside. Pinch runner for the Comets on first. Pinch running for Brady Bly. And that's going to be a walk there. Lefton with some patience draws the walk on 5 pitches. Now Max Johnson will stand in once again.
Bases are loaded for like the 3rd time for the Comets. This game has just been great news for them. Unfortunately for Fairfield, that this is the 3rd time bases have been loaded, and they just, every single time Comets have gone a run, they have to keep up their intensity in the outfield to make sure that another run doesn't happen, so that way the game isn't over in only 5 innings.
Johnson with a fly ball into left. Into the haze with the wind, and caught out there in left field. So we will play another inning. Johnson not able to drive in that 10th run. We will head to a quick break and be back with the top of the 5th inning as the Comets, with a 6th run, 4th inning, lead 9-0.
Julia, are you ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Like here.
A teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back into the Mason Varsity baseball field. The Comets hold a 9-0 lead over the Fairfield Indians. A big fourth inning where they got 6 runs across. And Brendan Garula has put together a dominant performance for the Comets. No runs and 1 hit through 4 innings of work so far.
Especially after his first couple of innings where he wasn't exactly hitting his mark. Lately, for the past 3 innings, he's been very consistent, which is great news for the Comets.
In stands Kemper Murray for the Indians. Garula ahead 0-2 as he throws a ball there. And it is now 1-2. Comets got the bullpen working a little bit. 2 arms out there, it looks like. Murray fouls that breaking ball off from Garula.
Fairfield should be patient for these couple ones. They may be down, but they still have no reason to be pushing for the 3 outs that Garula will get them.
And that's ball number 2 from Brendan Garula. A little high and inside there on Kemper Murray. 2-2 the count. Top of the 5th inning. The pitch from Garula outside. Good at bat here from Murray. Fouled off that tough breaking ball, and he's worked the count full. The payoff pitch from Garula is swung on and missed by Kemper Murray. And Garula continues his dominance here into the top of the 5th.
Garula has just been a powerhouse for the Comets today. His pitching has really gotten them the opportunity for them to get all of their runs because he's quickly shutting down these first halves of the innings and is just making it a lot easier for the Comets to get their runs in the bottom half.
1-0 the count. Here to Reese Wahoff, the third baseman, as that ball is fouled straight back and out of play. Count is even at 1-1. 1 down in the inning on that strikeout from Kemper Murray. Comets have been sound defensively. No errors on the ledger compared to the 2 from the Indians.
Yeah.
The pitch. Outside. Popped into the infield. AJ Lefton settles under it and makes the catch. Routine pop fly to the second baseman. Lefton puts it away, and that's the 2nd out of the top of the 5th.
Yeah. The Comets have a really strong put together infield and outfield. They haven't been dropping the ball. They've been tracking it, making sure it gets in their glove. When Fairfield hits the ball, it goes okay, but Comets just keep on the pressure, so that way Fairfield has no chance to get that run.
In stands Jonah Garrison. Excuse me, that's actually Zach Hetty, the senior. Number 23 for the Indians, as Garula gets him to foul that one out of play. And he swings and misses on pitch number 2, and Garula's in the driver's seat. 0-2, 2 down in the top of the 5th.
Garula is just keeping up the intensity. He is not letting down. It may be the 5th inning, but you could not tell.
A little bit outside there from Garula. 1-2 the count. Cold day here in Comet Country. Wind blowing out to right center field. On the ground. Johnson, diving play, can't make it. And Orlando will fetch that from left field. A base hit from Zach Hetty. And it looks like Garula is going to take a quick visit from Coach Bly, and that's going to be the end of the line for Brendan Garula. A sensational pitching performance
he did an amazing job out throughout the whole 5 innings. He kept up his pitching throughout all the time. He had a few mishaps towards the beginning and maybe one or so every inning, but other than that, he kept it strong, he kept it great, and he really performed for the Comets, allowing them to quickly end the Fairfield's turn at batting.
Comets going with a little bit of youth here. Number 10, the sophomore Quentin Kaler. We will be right back with the top of the 5th inning action.
Hi, I'm Clark Kellogg. I've attended basketball games from coast to coast over the years as a participant, broadcaster, parent, and fan. And believe me, I've seen my share of unsporting behavior. The purpose of school sports is for kids to have fun, develop their skills, and learn lessons that will last a lifetime. So when you attend a school contest, please keep that in mind. Remember to behave in a way that reflects positively on your child, your school, and your community. Let's respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. That's when I met Narnese. She started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ICRC TV Sports. Three-pointer. Got it! In for the Comets score. Win! The Comets win! Yeah!
And welcome back to Comet Country. We got a good one here for you today as the Comets hold a 9-0 lead over the Fairfield Indians here in the top of the 5th inning. Quick pitching change for the Comets as Quentin Kaler, the sophomore, checks in for Brendan Garula, who had a dominant pitching performance, no runs on 2 hits through 4 2/3 innings.
Yeah, Garula really kept up a strong game for the Comets. He was a strong pitcher all throughout his 5 innings, but now Quentin Kaler is taking his place, and we get to see how the Fairfield Indians react to his pitching style.
Pinch runner Trent Stevenson in for Zach Heedy for the Indians as Kaler throws a ball on the first pitch, breaking ball, and it's going to skip right past the catcher. And Trent Stevenson's going to take a base.
Fairfield is really at a time where they need to score, or else if the Comets get another run next time they're up to bat, that's the game. So Fairfield is really taking any chance they get to score a run.
Of course, they got a runner in scoring position now, ahead in the count 2-0. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. At the plate is Sam Crawley, the junior. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Kaler, and it's fouled back. John Rodriguez on deck for the Indians. The leadoff hitter for this Fairfield lineup. Comets with 7 hits, Fairfield with 2. Comets a clean defensive game, no errors, Fairfield with a couple. And Kaler fires strike 2, right on the inside corner. 2-2 the count, 2 down, Stevenson at second, Crawley at the plate. Kaler looking to send this back to the Comets offense, and time is called.
Kaler has gotten 2 good strikes, but also has 2 balls. But his pitching has been good. He just needs to focus in a little bit more in order to get this final strike.
The 2-2 pitch from Kaler as the sun shines down on the Varsity Mason baseball field. The breaking ball was left up, didn't quite break enough for Kaler, and the count is full with 2 down.
And now it looks like the sun is right in his eyes, so that's going to be a little difficult to make sure he can get exactly where he wants it.
Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Kaler gets the strikeout, comes right in, gets one out. And that's what you do as a reliever right out of the pen, as the Comets are going to carry that 9-0 lead into the bottom of the 5th inning, looking to end things here between them and the Fairfield Indians. We will be right back with that bottom of the 5th action.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ICRC TV Sports. Three-pointer. Got it. In for the Comets score. Comets win! Yeah!
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC TV.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
And welcome back to Mason, Ohio. Bottom of the 5th inning action. Comets with a 9-0 lead as Ben Stewart steps in to the batter's box. Comets hold a 9-0 lead. A 6-run 4th inning, proving to be the difference. 1 run will win the game for the Comets. John Matthews, the sophomore, on the mound. The 1-0 pitch is lined into center field, and there's the base runner. Ben Stewart continues his hot start to the season. I mean, he's just been, unable to get him out early on in this season, and every team is having problems with him at the plate.
Yeah. Beautiful consistency throughout his hits. He manages to get it on base a lot of the time, which is perfect for what the Comets need right now.
Michael Molnar stands at the plate, hit by that pitch early on, and he'll take a breaking ball in there for a strike, little inside there. Looked like it clipped the inside corner, and Michael Molnar is down 0-1. Nobody out in the inning. Stewart stands on first. Matthews will give him a look. Breaking ball too far outside. Count is even at 1-1.
What should be going through Matthews' heads right now is he needs to make sure that a walk should not happen again, because that would give Comets 2 men on bases, and he just needs to make sure he gets an out so that way the Fairfield Indians can live to see another inning.
Molnar takes ball 2. It's 2-1. Just as you said, Lydia, runner in scoring position. The Comets have been taking advantage of those opportunities throughout this entire game. 1 run here will end it. 8 hits for the Comets tonight, compared to 5 in their matchup Monday. And Stewart is going to take second base on the pass ball there.
Yeah, Addison, these Fairfield Indians just need to keep their game up. Matthews, that was not a very good play on his part. Sometimes you lose control of the ball, but this is not the time to be losing control of the ball because, again, 1 run, the game's over.
A base hit into the outfield away from ending it. Molnar fouls that one off. The count is full at 3-2 with nobody out. Jackson Orlando on deck. Fairfield given a lot of free bases throughout this game. giving the Comets a couple opportunities to take advantage on the base pass, and the Comets have done so. Matthews' full count pitch is outside and low, and that'll be first and second.
Matthews was not happy about that. You could see it in his face. He knew that ball wasn't going where he wanted it, and that just lets the Comets get even more chances to end this game right here.
So it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Comets. It'll be James Laughlin, the junior, standing in. Stewart on second. Here's the pitch from John Matthews, and Laughlin fouls it off down the third base line.
Yeah. And right now the Comets, they aren't stealing any bases because they have no need to. They can take their time as long as they want.
Of course, runner in scoring position. The pressure is on this Indians defense and John Matthews to keep that runner where it is for 3 outs. We'll see if Laughlin can drive that winning run here. Matthews with the breaking ball, and it's a hit by pitch. And the bases are loaded, nobody out.
This is not good news for Fairfield Indians. He gets hit right by the ball, and the Indians have the Comets with the bases are loaded, and again, just one more run, and then the Indians lose for the second time to the Comets.
Aiden Stewart now stands in for the Comets with the bases loaded. A 9-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th. Stewart, strike one, outside corner. Good pitch, there from Matthews.
Right now is when Matthew needs to be getting in his head like, okay, I can do this, get him out. But unfortunately, the ball control has just not been there as of late.
Ball one there low. Evens the count at 1-1. And that one was up and inside. Stewart ahead in the count, 2-1. Nobody out. That runner on third is the winner for the Comets. Swing and a miss from Stewart.
Stewart was looking to hit that ball. He was ready to hit it, but unfortunately Matthews had a good pitch there, and that was his second strike.
Here's the pitch. Stewart pops it straight up in the infield. Drifting back and making the catch. And that's going to be out number 1 for the Fairfield Indians.
It was a good thing he caught that, because if he didn't, that would have been really bad news.
Michael Murphy now, the sophomore. Pitched a really nice game on Monday against Fairfield, only giving up 1 earned run. As the lead is 9-0 for the Comets. 1 down in the inning, bases loaded, winning run on third. Murphy with an opportunity to drive that winner in.
Yeah. A lot of pressure on Murphy right now because, again, if he hits it and it goes well, that's the game.
Ball one there from Matthews. Of course, a walk here, a base on balls will end the game as well. That'll drive in that winning run. Stewart at third base. Of course, he got on base. First at bat of the inning with a line drive into center field. And Murphy foul tips that one into the glove of Logan Murphy. And that evens the count at 1-1. Matthews started off this inning a bit wild, hit a batter. That's Laughlin at first base. Seems to have calmed things down a little bit as he draws strike 2 there. Outside corner on Murphy.
When Matthews takes his time, he gets the ball where he wants it, which is perfect for what the Indians need right now.
The pitch to Murphy, low and away, evens the count at 2-2. The pitch from Matthews. Foul tipped again, and Murphy will sit. A strikeout by Matthews, and now 2 outs. Could Matthews find a way to get out of this inning? Kevin West now will stand in for the Comets.
Ooh, yeah. Matthews he could turn the game around right now for the Indians to get them another extra inning to get those runs back.
Outside, that's ball number 1. West ahead in the count, 1-0. 2 down in the inning. Two and 0. West in the driver's seat. Ahead in the count.
2 more, and then he ends this game right now.
Big pitch here from Matthews. Low and away. That's going to make the count 3-0, and the Comets are a ball away from ending this thing. And that one is going to be ball 4, and the Comets looks like they're going to win this thing 10-0 by run rule in the 5th inning. That's going to end things here. A dominant 4th inning from the Comets, putting up 6 runs, 8 hits on the game to Fairfield's 2 errors by Fairfield, none from the Comets. That's going to do it. Alongside my partner, Lydia Lisco.
Yeah.
Have a great night, and thanks for tuning in to a great day of baseball here from Comet Country.